Are you faculty here or just a long-term student? Or what brings you out to this encampment?
I'm a communist. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, is that right?
Are you funded by like the Koch brothers or like Turning Point USA or
No, man, we're crowdfunded. Who's funding this, by the way?
no one?
Brings you out here? Yeah. This kind of reminds me of my days in high school. Not interested.
Hear me out. What's wrong in Sharia law? Just point out one thing.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in North Toronto. And hey, check out who's back on campus here at York University. Yes, it is the Hamasholes. Now, you might remember these same folks were here last June. They wanted to set up an encampment, much like the one at the University of Toronto in downtown Toronto. We dropped by to chronicle that occupation. Here, let's check it out, what we found out.
How about this question? How do you feel about the way members of the LGBT community are treated in Gaza?
You really are that concerned about that?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to throw people from a rooftop based on sexual orientation.
Can you prove that?
Oh, it's well documented.
Who's documented that? Show me. No, show me the evidence.
Do you have a message personally to maybe Doug Ford or Justin Trudeau or Prime Minister?
I think they need to wake up.
But you know what, folks? There was one big difference between York University and the University of Toronto. Namely, later that day, on day one of that so-called occupation, it was dismantled by law enforcement. It was gone. As for U of T, you remember that lasted practically all summer long. Why? Well, the only difference is the U of T administration had no spine. They had no testicular fortitude to do the right thing, and they allowed that hate fest to continue for weeks after weeks, chanting genocide on a daily basis and illegally camping out on the property of the university. In any event, the York University people are back. This is the first anniversary of their glorious Gaza Plaza, which lasted less than 24 hours. And they're here to set up another occupation, but I can tell you, I've counted less than 30 people. I don't see any of the fencing that we saw last time, and I just wonder how long it's going to last for. And really, if they plan on being overnight campers, what makes them think they'll get away with it this time around, whereas they did not last June? I mean, isn't that the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result? Well, in any event, why don't we wade in to the occupiers and find out what it is that brings them out and what they're trying to accomplish here on the lawns of York University.
So what we've been doing is just been going to one end and then knocking the other end and then trying to...
Hey guys, can I ask what brings you out here today, ma'am?
I'm quite certain no one's going to want to talk to you, buddy.
Oh, is that right? You're speaking for your colleagues, I take it, or?
Speaking for myself.
Okay, then. Pardon me?
Who are you guys?
I'm David Menzies with Rebel News, sir.
Oh, I'm a real journalist. No, not going to talk to you.
Okay, then.
Are you for years?
Are you a
I have no comment.
Are you a staffer here at
No comment. I'm not going to tell you anything.
Well, you said you were a journalist for many years.
Now it's over.
Okay.
Now it's over. You understand?
Which organization did you write for?
Over. Fuck.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I'm not listening to you.
Okay. Well, you don't have to if you want to skedaddle. That's
go away.
Well, I think we're in a public space, aren't we?
Yes, but I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
So go away.
But you said you were a journalist with which organization, sir?
Guess what? Goodbye.
All right then. Well, there he goes. I think he's a member of Hex Angels. Okay then. How about yourself, sir? I'm reading your shirt. My heroes have always killed cowboys. What does that mean?
No comment, man.
No comment? No. Can I ask what brings you out to this?
It's all right. Just ignore him. It's good, guys.
No, it's just it's so distracting.
Apparently, I'm distracting. They're hanging up some kind of banner. It says Palestine or something like that. Hi there, ma'am. What brings you out to this?
That's a big round of off for you.
Oh, is that right? That's not very ladylike. Oh my goodness.
Here, look. F off. Okay?
Oh, you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you're having a demonstration, don't you want to enunciate what you're demonstrating about?
Yeah, but we want to report it accurately, and you guys don't ever do that.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to talk to me, sir.
But you're
Okay.
pissing me off.
Then why are you interrupting?
Engage with them.
What's
It's
that?
lose-lose.
Okay, then. Hey, how about yourself, sir? What brings you out to this demonstration?
No comment?
Okay.
No comment?
All right, then.
No comment.
Is that it? Is there anyone in your group that would like to make a comment?
No comment?
Okay. Have you been told to say that, sir?
No comment?
Okay. I like this guy. He looks like a character, but he won't talk to me. He won't engage in conversation. We'll carry on. What is everybody doing here, anyways? It looks like a card game. No comment. I thought so.
Pretty sure.
Hey there, guys. What brings you out here today?
I don't think anybody's talking to you.
Oh, is that right? Isn't that the idea of a demonstration to, voice your opinion, sir? Are you faculty here or just a long-term student? He's old. That's for sure. Anyways, can anyone say how long this encampment's going to last for? I think it only lasted a few hours last year, right? They're very busy. Hello, sir. How about yourself? Can you say what you're here for? One thing you notice is a disproportionate number of people wearing masks. So it's either they didn't get the memo that COVID's been over for years, or maybe they're early adopters of, I don't know, avian flu preparation. But nobody wants to speak to us. Why is that?
Rightfully so. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We're not new, but in a way we are now.
You're
We're like,
restarting or
yeah, Phoenix, something like that.
rising from the.
Yeah, comrades and
Hey, how you doing, sir? What brings you out to this encampment?
I'm a communist. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Would you say that most people here identify as Marxists or Islamists or both?
I think most people actually don't want to talk to you, myself included. So you could take this conversation somewhere else, but
I'm just trying to understand why you'd be a communist in a country like Canada.
I actually don't want to talk to you,
Okay.
but you can take it to anywhere else on campus where there's tons of students to chat with. That's actually why I'm here today, to talk to young people about the cost of living and to talk about the imperialist war that our government is propping up.
Oh.
And so for us, we're fighting back against imperialism, we're fighting back against capitalism, but we don't want to talk to you about it.
And communism would be the answer.
Well, we don't want to talk to you about it, sir, because we
How
know
is-
that we're not trying to convince you. We're trying to convince actually the hundreds of thousands of students in this country
Okay.
who understand that we need a revolutionary solution to the crisis of capitalism.
Okay.
So thank you for the conversation.
Can you educate me, sir? Where has communism worked?
I actually don't want to talk to you.
Venezuela,
don't
North
wanna talk-
Korea, Cuba.
That's great. That's great.
Yep.
You guys are doing great work.
Well, thank
You guys are
you.
doing fantastic.
I
work.
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Very impressive work that you guys are doing.
Oh, okay.
Are you funded by like the Koch brothers or like Turning Point USA or
No, man, we're crowdfunded. Who's funding this, by the way?
no one? You think we have a budget?
Oh, I'm sure you have a budget. You have all these flags. You have all this literature. Who's paying for this?
Rebel media, this is like the trap that they're trying to get activists in. Obviously, our task is to find the students on this campus that know they want to organize against imperialism in this country, to find the students that are ready to organize for its practice. Let's not get distracted with this tomfoolery. This
So is the hope to have a revolution, sir?
and try to instigate the left. They're a thing of the past, to be honest.
Sir, what subject do you take on campus?
Yeah, I hope that you publish that.
Sure. How about yourself, ladies? Can you tell me why you're here?
No, thank you.
No? Okay, then.
Grab stickers, put them out. We have literature. Can I get a free Palestine sticker?
Nice. So,
They're giving out free Palestine stickers. Christmas in June.
Sorry, what's
Oh well. Well, we're striking out, but we'll I'd be remiss if I didn't ask everybody here to weigh in, but it doesn't look like they're interested in speaking. By the way, I'm so glad I've happened upon this exhibit. Here we have the Communist Revolution, the fight to free Palestine, in defense of Lenin. So this is what I've been saying since this nonsense began, going back to post-October 7th, 2023. What we see on our university campuses is a bizarre marriage, if you will, of the Marxists and the Islamists. And I know that sounds somewhat diverse, but not really. They're both dedicated to the same goal. Whether you're an Islamist or whether you're a Marxist, it's all about tearing down society and rebuilding it as a Marxist utopia or an Islamist utopia. And we all know no such thing has ever succeeded in the history of the world. But let's check out some of this reading material, shall we? Okay, so we have in defense of Lenin and Lenin on imperialist war, Marxism versus identity politics, how to fight oppression, democracy, Bonapartism and fascism, class struggle in the 1930s, Leon Trotsky and Ted Grant. Wow, just amazing. Russia from revolution to counter-revolution. You know, I got to tell you, another commonality, folks, is that when you look around, I see lots of Palestinian flags, and I see the flag of Lebanon, and I see the Mohawk flag. I don't quite get that. Maybe it's that anti-colonial theme. What I don't see is a Canadian flag. Of course, my friend here will tell you that Canada is part of the problem. And really, what must trigger some of the folks here at York University, it is June, it is Pride Month. Goodness gracious, where's the rainbow flag? I think that's a hate crime. Tell me, do you identify as a Marxist or an Islamist?
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm not interested in the interview. Thank you.
Oh, okay then. I'm just wondering if you're identifying as a Marxist or an Islamist, or is it both?
I am not interested in giving an interview.
Okay. Isn't that the whole idea of a demonstration, to get your message out?
Not with me.
No? Okay. What does your sign say? Oh, QP 3903. Are you with QP?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? I can't hear you with your face diaper on.
I'm not speaking. That's why you're not.
Oh, you're not speaking. Okay, then. Well, you know, the good thing is you can speak, but because of that ridiculous mask, I won't be able to hear what you're saying. So you can have your cake and eat it too. What do you think about that?
There's supposed to be 3 other organizations that come. I'm just waiting for them.
Anyway, the sign, folks, says QP 3903. And it's got a red star. I wonder what that means. Being in good relationship, empathic listening, and setting boundaries in the academic workplace. That's an event coming up on June 17th. Empathic listening. I don't see a whole lot of empathic listening going on, at least when it comes to my questions here, but we shall carry on.
She has to send me a DocuSign form or something?
Hey guys, just wondering, do you identify as a Marxist or an Islamist?
I think.
I genuinely wouldn't talk to this guy.
Okay.
Like, he's a cool, obviously doesn't bother.
I can't hear you with your face diaper on, sir. By the way, why are so many people wearing disguises? You don't think they might be up to some shenanigans later, do you? You know, folks, I have to pinch myself here. Am I on a campus of a post-secondary institution, or is it a daycare center? Look at this sign. Students and Workers for the Liberation of Palestine at SWLP _TO. But it's all kinds of fonts, all kinds of colors, uneven printing. Geez, I hope these kids aren't with some kind of graphic design course. What brings you out here? This kind of reminds me of my days in high school. Not interested. Well, here's another sign, folks. It says, "Long live the resistance." Resistance to what? And how long is this resistance going to last? It lasted less than 24 hours last June, that much we know. I don't see any tents. It is a warm day. Maybe they're going to sleep under the stars. But so far, I just see a bunch of people sitting around picnic tables, most of whom are wearing masks. And I have no idea what their mindset is. Imagine being the parents of some of these students. Jeez, I want my money back. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. How
Great,
you doing today?
doing well. Tell me, do you identify as an Islamist or a Marxist?
What do you mean by Islamist, though? No, you got to define Islamist now.
Okay, someone that believes in political Islam.
Define that too.
No separation of mosque and state, if you will, a society under Sharia law.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you one thing. What's wrong with that? Just ask me one thing. What's wrong with it?
Oh well.
What's Sharia law? Let's say define Sharia law now.
Okay, then. Well, that would be law under Islamist mandates. And would you agree with that?
I'm a Muslim myself. Okay. So basically, you saying Islamist is most like, you're offending me. I'm getting offended. Second thing, Sharia law, hear me out. What's wrong in Sharia law? Just point out one thing. What's wrong in it?
Okay, so if we were back in Gaza right now, and right now it's Pride Month, but if someone identified as being part of that community, they would be committing a death sentence. They would be thrown off a building.
Not a building. What do you mean by a building?
Well, a high rise.
Okay, hear me out. First thing first. We're talking about humanity. There's no religion. Hear me out. Half of the people are not even Muslim over here.
Okay.
So you're saying one sect, Islam, is something really bad at the moment. That's basically what you're saying right now. Second thing, humanity. Yeah, there's no religion in humanity. Me saying free Palestine doesn't mean, oh, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian. It doesn't really matter. It's free Palestine. We all know that what's going on over there.
I think there's a miscommunication here, sir. When you say you're a Muslim, I have no problem with someone being Muslim.
No, it seems like you
wait, let me just finish. I'm talking about someone who's Islamist, who believes in the state being run by Islamist mandate.
Name one country that does that. Name one country.
So there's many countries.
Name one.
Okay, how about Afghanistan?
Now you're pointing Afghanistan. Now he's pointing Afghanistan. Y'all, I'm Afghani people. You see this, right? He's pointing at y'all, so just watch out. Free Palestine, okay? Free Palestine forever. Take care. Y'all, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Let's go, free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Hey guys, can you tell me, do you identify as Islamist or Marxist? Maybe both? I think it's fascinating. You have all this propaganda here on the lawns of York University. There is a demonstration ongoing, such as it is, but no one can articulate what it is that they are demonstrating about. Baffling. Oh, I haven't seen this before. This fellow is trying to drown me out, but it's a directional mic, so I can carry on. Hey there, sir. What are those books that you're carrying? Are those Islamist books or Marxist books?
These are.
Oh, yeah. Man, why don't you want to have people speak to me?
We're just trying to have a conversation. I'm not.
Okay, then. You must be objecting to all this loud noise drowning out your conversation. F the police, that's not very nice. Well, folks, our assignment has come to a premature conclusion. You see, there is some large reprobate with a mask on who is following Lincoln and I around with a loudspeaker in a wagon. All kinds of vulgar music is coming out of that speaker, including the N-word. I thought that was a no-no on campus these days. Well, there you go. But I got to tell you, for the people here who were trying to say something, I think, about the Hamas-Israel war. Don't they understand the reason for having a demonstration? You want to articulate your view. You want your viewpoint to go out to a large audience, which, of course, Rebel News has. But instead, it was no comment and F-bombs and middle fingers. What a bunch of dunces. They really ought to go back to school. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Folks, are you sick and tired of hearing the chants for genocide in the streets of our great dominion? Well, we sure are. Please, if you can, go to our website, deporthamas.com. That's deporthamas.com. Sign the petition, because some of the people breaking the law, they're not even Canadian citizens. They're here on work visas. They are international students. Here's the deal. You're going to come to Canada and chant genocide. Pack your bags, get to the airport ASAP. Please go to deporthamas.com.
Before we go.